Hey, what's going on, everybody? Oh, it's that time of year, end of the year. I'm going to do my list of my top 10 matches I saw live this year. Now, I myself recorded and uploaded 104 matches this year. I don't know how many shows it is. I don't have my list in front of me of that stuff. I missed the last show I was supposed to go to. I came down sick. That happens. And there's a match on it that I'm sure would have made this list, but oh well. So I'm doing like I did last year. I'm out walking late at night. But what I'm going to do different this year is I got little clips from each match. The first 5 will be about a 10 to 15 second clip. After that, it'll start going up to 20. And then when you get to that number one match, I'm going to give you about a minute. So let me try something. That really don't help, does it? All right, so let me get my list out. Got it saved on the trusty old tablet here. All right. Now it's 10 matches, one state, pile of towns. I'm going to give way I'm going to do is going to be Fed. No, I'm going to do it date, Fed, town, and then the actual match. So there's my stop sign. All right, so number 10. It's going to be a Lost Art of Wrestling match from May 31st from McGee. This was at the, so it's like the Armory, I think it was. It was definitely a different match. I'm going to kill this like because it's attracting dogs. This was the Zero Gravity title. This was Sammy Riot taking on Simon Phillips. And like, I had seen Simon Phillips a couple times before this, but this match made him just stand out. And then on anytime he pops up on anything, I can get a chance to see him and watch it. Sammy's one of those guys I've been watching for quite a few years now. He'll take a little break, he'll come back. He'll take a little break, he'll come back. He's always entertaining. Always have fun watching his matches. Okay, is that the road? It is dark out here, folks. Like last year, I think I had a full moon. Okay, I'm back on the road. And it's Law. Lost Art of Wrestling's the Riot's Fed. Great little Fed. 4 or 5 shows this year? I think I made 4 of them. All right. Okay, now we're at number 9, which is going to be, let's get my light on. Oh, number 9. This one's going to be Bayou Independent Wrestling, July 13th, Brookhaven, Mississippi. And it's going to be Ray Fury versus Hunter Law. This is a match I don't think a lot of people in that crowd knew who Hunter Law was. They know Ray Fury. Ray Fury's kind of known in Brookhaven. But Hunter Law is not. And he stood out, and he's going to be on the Best in the Bayou tournament this upcoming year, I'm pretty sure. And this ain't the last time you're going to see Ray on this list. Ray going to pop up a couple more times because I saw Ray Fury a lot this year. Hunter, both these guys, check them out. You see them anywhere. Yeah, you see the smoke out of my my mouth here. It is cold, folks. But if you see either one of these guys anywhere, go check them out. I'll be back. Oh! Okay, we are back. Number 8. Now, this would be AWA Pro, which folded, early November this year. Heard various stories. I ain't going to get into it. All I know is that they're not around anymore. They're running a lot of great shows. This would be March 9th, Ocean Springs. This would be their second Mississippi Rumble they'd had under this new management. Their first one last year was the first AWA Pro show I got to go to. I love Rumbles. These are always fun. You never know who's going to show up. You had like Fuego del Sol, a bunch of other people in this. This is a really, really fun entire show. This Rumble was a blast. Just a blast. And then, Angel Camacho ends up winning it. Angel Camacho's starting to dominate all over Mississippi, But you'll see. You'll see. Okay, now we're on to number 7. This is going to be Wes Warren. Oh, sorry. League Gulf Coast Wrestling. First time they showed up on the list so far. Wow. January 2nd, so one of the earliest matches. January 20th, sorry. January 20th, one of the earliest matches on the list. Bay St. Louis. Of course, if it's Gulf Coast Wrestling, it's Bay St. Louis. It's going to be Wes Warren versus Braxton Hunter. These two just brawled all over the place and beat the out of each other for 10, 15 minutes. I'm used to that coming from Wes, but Braxton, I'm not used to getting a brawl out of, and it really surprised the hell out of me. And like this match was one of those where I'm like, man, after I was like, God, both them guys got to be hurting. But you'll see, I got a couple little clips coming up. You'll see.
Braxton!
Okay. On to number 6. This is going to be a Lost Art of Wrestling again, but this is a little bit more recent. December 6th, which is technically my last show of the year. So number 6 of match off that show made it. And that was in Mount Olive, Mississippi. It's a fire department. Whereas like we were there in July and it was like scalding hot. And we were there in December and it's cold as hell. So, and this was a zero gravity title match. It was a street fight. The last Law show after Sammy beat PJ Hawks and kept his belt, Nightmare came up and beat him up and threatened to take the belt. So they gave him this match. If Nightmare didn't win, he was going to be booted from the Fed. So Nightmare comes out with his group. You got Black Horse Side, you got JD the Kraken, you got Lucy Blade. They come out. It's a street fight. They go all over. Santa Claus gets involved. You got to watch it. It's up on the channel. I'm going to put a clip up in a minute. But then at the end, just when you think Nightmare's got it won, Sammy ends up winning. Nightmare freaks out and like just starts destroying stuff. It takes the belt and leaves with it. And he was spotted as of filming this past Saturday at a show in Bay St. Louis with the Law Zero Gravity belt. So Nightmare's kind of saying possession's 9/10 of the law. I got 2 titles now. And I'm out.
Oh! Wow! Oh!
Okay, that was 6. Okay, so number 5. This is going to be a BIW. Bayou Independent Wrestling, Brookhaven, Mississippi, of course. I did not make a single BIW show outside of Brookhaven this year. That was unusual for me. Usually I do. You see a vehicle pass, that's why I had to cut it earlier. I did not this year. But this was November 2nd's last show of the year in Brookhaven. And Josh let us go out with a bang. Just starting with the first match, you had Ray Fury, who's appeared on this list before. I thought he was going to show up again. But he's taking on Vladimir Koloff, who surprisingly has not appeared on this list yet. And we're already at the halfway point. This match, these two, and it's weird because I'm used to seeing Koloff as a good guy face down on the coast and pretty much everywhere but up in this area. It's like you get him away from the coast, he's not a good guy. And these two just went at each other, and I know they faced each other multiple times. I know this is probably their 20th, 30th match. It was so good. So good. You'll see. Go watch the clip. You'll see.
Crowd's got the clap. Oh!
All right, we're down to number 4. And we are back to the Lost Art of Wrestling. Yeah, they ended up with quite a few on the list this year. Matter of fact, they got 3. That's them and another Fed ended up with 3. I'll go through the stats in a minute when I get through with all the list here. This was a main event of the May 31st show in McGee. This was at the Armory. Winner gets the briefcase. That's the Blast to the Future, which means you get a title shot whenever you cash it. It's kind of like their Money in the Bank. We got Ray Fury, who just was in the last match and showed up before. Wes Warner's been on here before. Alex Cruz has not. Did he wrestle? He wrestled a little tiny bit last year. This guy took a couple of years off. He's taking a little break again. Christian Blake, who I'm pretty sure was on the list last year. And Isaiah Zayn, who was not on the list last year and should have, but I didn't see a lot of his matches. This is a ladder match. These guys beat the holy crap out of each other in this match. And just there's a clip, and I think it might be the clip I ended up using, where like Isaiah Zayn's on the top rope and like somebody just wings a cup and nails him in the face with it. It's great. You got to see this match.
Oh, one more time. One more. Oh, maybe not.
Okay, number 3, and we're going back down to the coast. This is AWA Pro, August 10th, Ocean Springs, Mississippi, RPA AWA Pro. This is their first time ever match. These two guys have been around for quite a while. They've always wanted to face each other. It never happened. It's Barrett Brown versus Christian Blake. Now, here's the thing. This crowd, a few of them knew Christian Blake, hardly nobody there knew Barrett Brown. Barrett's not really worked in Mississippi Coast before. He was working heel, Christian's working face, and these two got the crowd into it. And by the end, the crowd was just fully into this match. This match, as soon as it was over, I knew it was going to be on this list. I just wasn't sure where. I knew it'd probably be in the top 5, and it came in at number 3. Just a great match. Go watch it. Go watch it.
Oh, man.
All right. Number 2. This is the Gulf Coast Wrestling, September 21st, Bay St. Louis. And it's for the AWA Pro Heritage title, which is now retired. Nightmare was the final champion, held it for like over a year. This is a student versus teacher match. I don't know how many people know this, but Nightmare Jeremiah there for a while was running a wrestling school up in somewhere around the Jackson area. I'm not exactly sure where, Pearl Brand is, something like that. And he turned out a few students. But the one that stayed in wrestling the longest and done the most is Wes Warren. So when these two, they faced each other multiple times, I knew it was going to be good. This match, they just kind of stayed in the ring and kind of did like chain wrestling, and it kind of blew my mind. Like, this is the match where Nightmare's shoe comes off and Wes beats him in the head with it, which I think I'm going to use for the clip for this. All right, I'm going to get turned around, start heading back to the house. I only got one more, and I got to break my shit down.
Oh, what? Uh-oh. Come on, Nightmare. Oh!
All right, whew. Number 1, Bayou Independent Wrestling, November 2nd, Brookhaven, Mississippi. Last year, I'm pretty sure my number 1 was Steve Anthony versus Wardell Walker, Home Louisiana Pro Wrestling 225. It was in October, tail end of October. Amazing match. I only got to see 2 Steve Anthony matches this year. This one, another one, and both of them are good. The other one would be on my honorable mentions list, and that would be him versus Wes Warren at Law, December, give me a second there, December 6th. So this one, the other one I saw was Steve Anthony versus Alex Arsenal. I had not seen Alex Arsenal solo before this. He'd always been in tags, always entertained the hell out of me, but I didn't know how he'd work in a solo. He got out there and showed off, and he made a few fans that night. I heard people in that crowd starting to cheer for Alex Arsenal. Kind of surprised me. It's Steve, of course. It's Steve, and there's this dive. By the time this match happened, I was starting to hurt. I sat down in the back row with some friends, was just kind of filming and talking to them. And they did this dive, and I got him. You'll see, I'll probably put that in as the clip. I get up and run to get back over there to show it, to show the aftermath. All right, I'll be right back with a wrap up.
Oh! Whoa! Oh!
Okay, so crunched it down. There's 4 feds total on the list. Tied for number 1 with most slots is Bayou Independent Wrestling and Lost Art of Wrestling. Both of them have 3 each. And then AWA Pro and the Gulf Coast Wrestling each have 2 each. So they're tied for second. I mean, there's people made it on the list multiple times. Wes Warren, Nightmare Jeremiah, Christian Blake, Ray Fury, Alex Cruz. Koloff, I think, was in the Rumble. So many people in that Rumble. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Sammy Wright made it a couple of times. Just so many people. I'm going to turn my list off. And I just want to thank everybody that helped get me the shows this year and get me home safely. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'll get my notes put in my back pocket there. It is cold. I had a blast this year. I'm hoping that each year I try to get a few more shows, a few more matches filmed. 2025 is going to be my last year of heavy hitting matches for now. It's getting where these trips wear me out. I'm sorry. It ain't. It's the 2 to 3 hours of sitting in the car and not really moving. And then when I get there, I never sit down. Anybody will tell you if they see me at these shows, I'm always on my feet. There's the brew. I'm on the dam right now. You can probably hear it. And by the time I get home, and then another 2 to 3 hours in the car going home, and it's according to which vehicle I'm running, I might be crammed in the back seat with a pile of stuff. Yeah, I'm hurting. And then some days I got to get done when I didn't get done on Saturday. Sundays is also grocery day and footage upload day and everything else. So it takes a toll on you, but I'll still be hitting, just not as much. I'll probably go down to 1 show a month, which happened this year a few times. I mean, there's December I only did 1. I did none in October because of various issues. I don't think of any other month I missed a month, so I only met 11. I hit 11 months. And like I said, I had no idea how many shows. I could probably go and look, but I ain't looking that up. I'm going to go ahead and end this. I'm out, everybody. Laters.